Blends.
Welcome back to another episode of Battle of the Blends. I am so excited to be back with you guys. The last two have been so successful, so fun. Roscoe, of course, was on the last one. I hope you enjoyed that. But today we're going a bit more techie, we're going a bit more minimal with the vibes, certainly in round two, as I am joined by none other than Lex Hearth in the studio. She is going to be joining me for 3 rounds. As always, you know the rules by now, hopefully. If you're new to this though, round 1 is 30 minutes, 3 for 3. Round 2 is 20 minutes, 2 for 2. Round 1 is delving into the other person's USB, 1 for 1. So we'll get there in a bit. For now, I'm going to kick it off.
Round 1. Studio Alerts.
Lotus, 72. Lotus, Lotus, 72. É a máquina do tempo e na velocidade não tem igual. E num grande torneio de karatê internacional de Fórmula 1.
Very easy to use since you don't sample. Since you don't sample, it's very easy to use since these two sources. It's very easy to use since you don't. It's very easy to use. It's very easy.
so nice to have you here. Like, honestly, I wanted to say that at the very start, but obviously I just do my intro. But firstly, I guess, thank you for coming on my show.
Thank you for the invite. So nice to be here.
Yeah, it's been a while since we last hooked up, isn't it?
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
hooked
But
up,
it's
that
so
sounds.
nice. Don't let your imaginations run wild.
Since we last got together, yeah. Literally, I was reminiscing on it today, and it was August 2021. You came on
crazy.
my 1020 radio show. So,
But it's so funny because I feel like I guess with the internet and the way it is, I always feel like I kind of have one eye on what you're doing. I'm always interested because when I came on your show, like I was doing a podcast with Hot Girls, you were doing the show, I can't remember the title, but it was about women.
The
in
moves
music.
she makes.
The moves she makes,
Yes.
yeah. So it was like we were kind of doing similar things, and then it's just always nice watching what you're doing and very nice to like cross over and do these things when we can.
it's funny, isn't it? Because I do think our paths are kind of similar in what we do. Like, obviously, we had a sort of background, like initial interest in hip hop. And like mainly the women in hip hop, or not mainly, but you know, like that was always my favorite genre. And then like we both took an interest in like the women in those fields.
Yeah.
And then now suddenly here we are doing Battle of the Blends.
It's so funny. And I was thinking, I was like, oh, back when I used to play hip hop and bashment, I used to be such an interesting DJ because when you're playing bashment, you're like juggling all the time. Now where I play like deep house, deep tech, everything is like slow fade in, out, in, out. So I was like, oh, this is fun but different.
It's funny you mentioned that about bashment because I was listening back to my show like earlier as I was coming in, and you said that at the time your dream was to play at Carnival. That was 4 years ago. Have we got that one off the ground yet, or is it still in the pipeline?
It's so funny because I like put it to the one side because I was like, okay, well now I play genre of music that doesn't really get played at Carnival. But then I said to someone the other day, oh, it used to be, my dream used to be to play at Carnival, and they were like, I can still see you doing that. I'm like, yeah, I kind of can. Like, I can kind of see it being a full circle moment.
For sure.
Where I'm at Carnival playing something that's like maybe slightly heavier than what I'm playing now, but still in the electronic lane. Also, because Carnival does have like a broad range of music, but when that was my ambition, it's because I was into like Spice and like most electronic was like Major Lazer. So it was like
I think also like it's funny the connection, like you're someone that has sort of, I don't know any better way of saying it other than fingers in a lot of pies, but just like a lot of strings to your bow. Is that? That's probably a better way of putting it. But
it's a more musical way.
you know, so you could definitely do something like that and just branch off into different things. I was going to say we had a lot in common, you know, the DJing, presenting, but one thing I don't have in my bag is producing
Yet.
which I know is something you've been focusing more heavily on recently. And do you know what? Absolutely killing it as well.
Thank you.
I was obsessed with Candela when that came out.
Thank you.
Didn't realise that was like 2 years ago now.
I know.
Yeah.
I always get it wrong when I say when my music's come out. I'm always like, oh, that was about 6 months ago. And then I look back, I'm like, okay, it was like April 2 years ago.
Does it feel like you've been doing it for that long?
I don't know. I think it's like, it really doesn't feel very long at all. And at the same time, it feels like it's always been so important to me, which obviously isn't the case. I haven't been doing that long. And also when I'm kind of thinking about, like, it used to just be one of my dreams, as well as playing at Carnival, was just to be in music studios. Like that was just an environment I wanted to be in. And now I'm in a studio every week, working on my own music. And that is, sometimes I have to like remind myself that that literally was the dream, you know?
Yeah, no, and I mean, we can't not talk about the fact that you've just released a body of work on Valentine's Day called Romantic Situations. I wanted to say, like, from listening to it myself, it sounds really like refined and really just like an amazing piece of work. It's 3 tracks on the EP. I also wanted to ask, the way they are ordered, I know you've played Harder to Breathe on here, but are they like meant to sort of ramp up in a way, like as someone's feelings develop? Because that's how I sort of read it.
Yeah, I mean, I went back and forth with how I wanted to structure them. I think because like for me, like Harder to Breathe is like Lust, and then like No Strings Attached is a little bit more like relaxed and kind of like laissez-faire, and then Fire Burning is like almost like a mature feeling of emotion. But I don't know, I think it's also funny with electronic music that's not very vocal based to be like it's to
tell a story.
To tell a story, because you don't necessarily have that story in mind because you're not writing in the way that you're writing lyrics, but you are writing, like you are and still kind of trying to put some of your emotions in the tracks, and they do mean certain things to you. So the sort of story kind of comes as the track, and then when you're working out how to arrange it, you do naturally want to put a bit of yourself in it, you know?
Yeah, I think so, as a producer, because it's a flavour of like almost the inner workings of your mind.
Yeah.
And I found that I read it like no strings attached, was like, okay, we're entering into this. This is all fun. This is beautiful. And then by the time it gets to Harder to Breathe, it's more intense, more sort of just like the feelings in there. Like,
I like that reading.
Okay,
yeah,
nice.
I like that.
Was there a reason that it's sort of like, you know, romantic situations released on Valentine's Day? Is that something that you had sort of planned in the works, like from the start of making it? Or
I had I decided that there's like 3 tracks, because I had a lot of music, and I was like, okay, what are the themes, and it's like which ones kind of work together, and so I decided that those 3, and they told this part of my story, so that was going to be called romantic situations. And then I was like, okay, but when's about the soonest I could put it out? February. I was like, okay, well,
yeah, the 2 things just
it's like
works
I just gotta
perfectly,
go
yeah.
for that marketing thing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, well, brilliant. I mean, you've already played Harder to Breathe. Have we got some more from you on the way, do you reckon?
Yeah, I will try and slip them in.
Okay.
I'll try and slip them in. The next single is going to be There's a Fire Burning. So I'll probably try and play that one if I can.
Oh, nice. So a little sort of sneak peek, I guess.
Yeah.
That's nice. I love that, like with DJs, you can actually drop it in your sets and tease it before the release. So
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear that. That leads us nicely, I think, onto round 2.
Ding, ding.
Which is your genre of choice. So if you want to let everyone know what you've gone for.
Yes, so I said to you kind of deep house, dubby sounds. So I actually started, when I went into house music, I started really with like tech house, and then I got more into kind of softer Cynthia house.
Yeah.
I also really like dubby sounds, so I thought something that was kind of like a darker muted house would be fun for us to go
I mean,
into
I'm
round
definitely going to try my hand at it. I think I think if you want to just start looking and loading, and then
am I going to start this one?
Yeah, you start this round. I mean, it's your genre of choice, so definitely want to hear from you what you want to set the pace, you know, sort of get it going. And then when we come back for another chat after this 20 minutes, I think it'd be good to talk a bit about like Wonk Club and just sort of why you've chosen this as your genre of choice for this round.
Yes, I would love to. Let's do that.
I think for now, let's get straight into round 2. It's 20 minutes this time, and it's 2 for 2, so we're just ramping up the pace a little bit.
Okay.
So when you're ready...
Okay, I'm going to open with like a master of the genre.
Brilliant. All right, go for it.
Round 2.
again, low numbers.
That was
Gotta get that. 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 I got that hit to beat the block. Get that bass on below. I got that rock and roll. That future flow. That digital bit. Next level visual shit. I got that boom, boom, boom. How to make back.
I like that boom, boom, pow. Them chickens jacking my style. They try to copy my swagger. I'm on that next shit now. I'm so 3008. You so 2008. I got that boom, boom, boom. That future boom, boom, boom. Let me get it now.
Boom, gotta get that. Gotta get that. Gotta get that. Gotta get that.
The heat in this room right now, not only coming through the decks, but literal heat. If you see us fanning, if you're watching on YouTube,
We're melting.
Jesus.
Which is actually really nice because I've been freezing for like 2 months, so
I
I'm
know.
fine with it.
But today is the day that it chooses to drop the temperature outside, and the studio's feeling it.
I'll be
guys.
fine with it, and then I'll look back and be like, wow, okay, nice and sweaty, okay.
So how do you think I rose to the challenge there then? A bit of
You smashed
minimal, bit of... Is there any critiques on...
I feel like there is no genre out of your bag. I feel like your record bag. Is there anything that you're like, oh, I really don't know about
Drum
that?
and bass overwhelms me a little bit just because of the pace. But I think it's more like that's why I started this, because I'm not someone... You know how DJs often get like sort of... what's it when like categorized or sort of like put in a box?
Yeah.
And I think sometimes that's a good thing because you get known for something.
Yeah.
You get an image. You know, my friend
Yeah.
Lev, she's amazing. She's a soulful DJ, so she's smashing it on the soulful scene. She's amazing. But for me, it's like I've got so many stuff going on everywhere. I was like, what can I do that sort of just challenges me every month? And, you know,
Yeah.
so I thought
And
of
in a way
this.
that defines what your strength is, which is like having a breadth of
Yeah.
tastes and interests and things that you can DJ and play.
Yeah, exactly. But I've really enjoyed playing that actually. I was saying to you earlier, sometimes with tech and like techie bits, it takes me like when I'm just, say, in the studio or here or not, like when I'm watching it live sometimes, takes me a while to get into maybe, but
Yeah.
actually like that was really fun to do.
I also think it's like any genre, you can think that you like or dislike it based on like the very specific selection that the DJ was playing, because it's like so subtle. Like just the bass line might be that bit warmer, or like the hat might just be that bit brighter that makes you be like, oh yeah, versus like, because even all the genres that I like and I play, there are certain DJs where I'll be like, oh, there's kind of a boring version of this, like there's a lot better stuff out there, and then the complete opposite where I'm like, this is amazing.
I guess with tech house as well, or like tech in general, there's so many subgenres, as with everything, I guess. But tech house, you can get very commercial and very just like not the best, maybe.
And also it can get like blast, whereas like I feel like you need to like move around a fair bit within the genre for it to be an interesting set.
So what made you choose like, you know, more minimal deep house, you know, deep tech for what we just did there?
Yeah, that's just my happy space, I think, in terms of like music that I play. Like I really do play. I say my sister rinses me a lot because I'm like, I play organic house, like deep house, like tech house, like all of the houses, and she's like, yeah, okay, like playing wank over it. But yeah, it's just like
and also to someone that maybe isn't that, like, even for me, I don't know house that well inside out, and there's so many subgenres that sometimes it almost sounds not real what people are saying.
Totally.
Like,
like someone would like listen to that and be like, that's not really dub house. I'm like, I know, okay, but it was like deep house, you know. So it's like
under the umbrella for sure.
Exactly. But it was very fun. Thank you.
I think also it'd be nice to hear a little bit about, I know you love sort of getting involved with certain communities, like music communities and stuff, and one that you are involved with at the moment is Wonk Club.
Yes.
And it looks wicked. I'm yet to come down to a night, but do you want to tell the listener, the viewer, kind of a bit more about what it is, why you're involved, and how long it's been going on for? Just a bit more info.
Yeah, totally. I feel actually really, really lucky, because when I first started in music, I remember thinking that I felt like an outsider. I was like, I don't feel like I really know any DJs and stuff. And now I feel like I have this crew around me, which is so nice. So it started just by Laura, who founded it. So she's an amazing producer and DJ. She was actually...
I'm told that she's very loved by Rep, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mentioned her name in the studio earlier. And
yeah, she's amazing. Like she's... Actually, I think, some of her tracks have been playlisted. I mean, she's super talented as a producer, but she also has this, like, she's been in the music industry for time. Like, she has had different projects that she's done before she did Laura. Anyway, she's also a very lovely person, and she started Wonk partly because she'd vocaled and done different bits on different songs. And so she was getting a lot of, like, promoters and stuff being like, oh, we want to book you for a melodic set, or we want to book you for... Like, she did a track with Bronson, like, it's like heavy kind of... She was like, I don't play that, I play garage and bass. So Wonk was like her being like, this is my sound. And then there was a few of us that played a few times, and I guess it was just this natural chemistry, and also some relationships that were happening because of other music we were making and stuff between a few of us. So then her and Dan, her amazing manager, who's like a big, massive part of Wonk, kind of pulled us together and were like, we kind of want you guys to play every time. You up for being like that's residents? Yeah. And it just happened, like it kind of became a thing organically. And then because
it's nice when it's that way as well, you know, where it's just like the natural friendship then leads into something so
totally
fun.
And I think everyone is so invested. It's really nice. It feels like it has, because the whole point of it really is that, like, yes, we all play dance music, but everyone has a different take on dance music that they play. So the night is eclectic, and then we always have guest DJs. We do this thing called a creator clinic. We've got one coming up.
I saw that.
Yeah, it's so exciting. And so, like, Sam Devine is going to come down and, like, listen to people's tunes and give them feedback. So it's like, not only are we able to, like, throw this party and pool our sounds, we're also able to give other people access to people that are otherwise just on the internet or kind of feel far away. So,
still feels quite female centric as well, which is amazing to see, you know, having Sam Devine down and you know, hopefully also then platforming a lot of other sort of up and coming, or like the chance to play some her music, your music to her. It's just such a great opportunity. So you're still you know, pushing forward the sort of like women in music sort of thing, which is like
great. In terms of the resident DJs, where there's only 2 guys, but then obviously there's a guy who a man who founded it, and a videographer is Mel, but it really is a very genuine, like, I mean this in a loving way, like hodgepodge of like queer, straight, like we are just like everything. We're just humans who love music, and that was a very natural thing. So it's nice to be able to, as you say, champion difference and diversity in music. Yeah. And that was almost like, I think it's just innate in everyone who's there, that's the way that they act and the communities they're a part of, rather than it being like an intentional thing from the outset. It was like, that just was what it was. And I kind of feel like that's how the music industry should
Yeah,
be.
for sure. I think the move more towards like inclusivity on dance floors and in dance spaces is so nice and welcoming. And it's, you know, as a music lover, it's nice to be able to go to an event and just feel safe and like, you know, everyone's welcome. And I think
it's so fun.
yeah, exactly. It's like, yeah. We were talking earlier, like, you know, not to slate Tiger and places like that, but it's like, it's such a different experience, isn't it? Once you sort of have an experience like going to a place like One Club, meeting people like that, experiencing that night, I don't think you'd ever want to go back really to the mainstream.
It's so true. It's so true. And I think also when like everybody that plays is so talented as well, it's like, you're always just sort of surprised and delighted by people's sets. And we have a lot of people who come to the party because we do a party like once a month, and then there's other stuff that we do outside of that, but like some people literally come down every month and have been doing so for a year, and that is just so it does feel like a bit of a family kind of vibe.
Yeah,
it's really
wicked.
nice.
Well, I'll have to come down to the next one.
We'll have to get you down to play. That would be very fun.
I would love that. Well, Lex, you have reached round 3 of Battle of the Blends. You've made it
knocked
this
me
far.
out quite.
Yes,
nearly.
not quite, but this third round is sort of all to play for. Final round, very high energy, very fast paced. It's 10 minutes.
Okay.
It's 1 for 1, but the twist is we're going to be playing off each other's USBs.
Okay, I forgot this.
So I think I'm going to kick it off by just having a little delve into yours.
Please do.
And just sort of
tell people what you're seeing.
Exactly, speaking along. So I've had a mix of DJs. Last time I had Rosker on, and he had a really organised playlist, which was great for me. I'm notoriously very disorganised, so you'll find that out in a sec. But let's have a little look into yours, where we're going to start with this.
Also, I was thinking like even like my cues and stuff are all just a mess.
Already I'm seeing yours is very like location based or event based.
Yeah, it's totally.
So
it's
should we go into a bit of Voices Radio Valentine's Day, I assume?
Oh yeah, this was like love related tracks.
Okay, nice.
So some of them are a little bit more commercial and some of them are like deep and sweet.
Okay, I've had my look in there. I'm actually going to go back into what's Mistress.
Oh god, I play at this place in Mayfair, and it's like I played there a couple of times. It's actually really fun. And last time I played, Seth Troxer played there. But it's like one of those places where it starts as a dinner. So you basically start like quite chill, and then all of a sudden it's like they have this light change and it turns into a party.
Oh, well, that sounds wicked. I mean, there's one song that stands out to me there just by the name, and so I think I'm going to go for it. We'll see what it is. I have no idea what it is.
Go for it.
It's called X Marks the Spot, so I think that's a great place to start.
Yeah.
I'm going to get 10 minutes on the timer, press play on that, and
I
then
have
if you
no idea what's about to happen, and I apologise.
just soak it all up, just ride the wave for the next 10 minutes. If you want to jump over to this deck, and we will get going now. This one is X Marks the Spot, round 3.
Round 3.
días vengan y salgan y no tener conciencia de que alguien me está grabando. Así que me quiero quedar yo metida en mi
Esta vida mía se da como una loca que me atrapa sin demora.
was as quick as I expected it to be. Pow, pow, pow. You've not done the round 3 of the Battle of the Blends before, so how did you find the speed of that?
It was really fun.
It just feels like that, I think, isn't it?
It feels just like you find out at the same time as everybody else finds out whether it's going to work or not.
Yeah, it's always a controversial one. Like the first one, you were like, "Oh, I recognise that," and then my guests always say to me, "Can I play one I know?" I'm like, "Why not?" You know, because then at least you know where it's roughly going to go with it. But I love the ballet one that you did there. Like when you brought in that sounded so good.
That worked.
I think it's also you get better gratification when it goes well, and you're like,
yeah,
this is going well.
I always think whenever you play like music that isn't necessarily like made to sit together, when it doesn't go well, it does sound a bit like and when it does go well, it's like the most rewarding thing in the world. You're like, oh my god, beautiful. Well, it's like a proper moment.
I love that when you mix at home, that idea, you know, when no one's watching, and so you're less like conscious of what's going on around you, so it is literally just like very free to just, I mean, try maybe stuff. Like, do you mix at home or do you sort of?
I don't anymore. I used to, but I sold my decks. I never mix at home anymore. So I don't really ever test stuff until I'm out, basically.
Well, I guess it's nice to be here then. Yeah. Well, I really appreciate you joining me, Lex. Lex Hearth, so everybody. What next for you then? I know you've got a body of work coming out in March.
Yes.
Next track.
Yeah. So I have another single coming out in 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks, and then I have another EP coming a few weeks after that.
Turning them out.
And then another EP coming after that. And the one, there's like a kind of deep dubby one, which is a collaboration I've done with a Chicago-based artist, which I actually heard the masters this week and they sound amazing. So I'm really excited about that. It's also really fun because it's being released on his label and not my label, so I don't have to do any of the distribution, which is amazing.
That's great, because it sounds like the next few weeks are going to be intense for you in terms of the promo, getting it all out there, but it looks like the reaction has been amazing already to Romantic Situations, so it can only keep going, the like momentum. So
I hope so. I think there's so much pressure nowadays with the music when you're releasing. It's like you literally have to be releasing all the time, so at the same time it's just quite nice to be like, well, just keep putting stuff out, and particularly now I'm really happy with everything I'm putting out, and I am just quite excited to finish it, get it done. At the same time I just really want to make new music. So I'm like, can this stuff just be released?
There must be, on one hand it must be really nice to sort of be done with something and just be ready to, like, you're at the release stage, so you can sort of sit back, see people take it all in, but that must be quite nervy as well, really, just waiting for people's reactions. And I find with music as well, how subjective it is must be overwhelming at times, because what might be your favorite might be someone else's, you know, they might have a different favorite, so it's like, that's the beauty of music, right?
I know, and I could talk about it all day. Like, before you release, you're like, I don't care, I'm just happy I made it, I just want to put it out in the world. Then you release and you're like, but what if no one listens to it, then what? Like, I put so much work into it. But you just kind of, you learn to sit at peace with it and just be grateful for, it's obviously really grateful for the radio support I've had, and just keep going, I guess.
Yeah, well, I look forward to seeing over the next 4 years what you get up to. We'll have to have a 4-year check-in, Lex.
We should try and reduce it to 2 or something, I think. So
as we'll bring it down. Maybe I'll have to come to a Want Club and then we'll go from there. We won't leave it so long next time.
But it's always such a pleasure, and it's so nice. Like we touched on it earlier, but I think having similar foundations means that wherever we're going in our journeys, there's going to be these nice overlaps. And like I saw you had Maria on the show,
voices,
and, like, Maria's a friend, so it's just nice. It's like you don't realize that you're all kind of, the music industry gets smaller basically the longer you're in it, in a really nice way.
Yeah, you sort of, and the more you learn about it, the more you do realize, like, you know, respectfully, I heard of Hot Girls and heard of you back in the day and followed you, but I knew nothing about the scene around you in a way. And now it's like we have friends of friends, and you connect the dots, and you're like, wow, like even us coming back together 4 years later, it's just, it's very, really nice. Very cool how it works, isn't it? Yeah.
Wow. I love it. And I'm always just like so floored by everything you're doing, and like, I'm just,
thank you. Likewise.
Like, woo, go. I think, you know, when you know how passionate someone is and how much they love what they're doing, and then it feels really relatable, because you're like, that's exactly how I feel. So it's just nice to see someone like thriving and building what they are.
And you know what, I think to close this off, it might be funny if you've made it to the end, especially if you're on YouTube, I might actually put a link to the move she makes in the bio. So if anyone did fancy a listen to that, then that's a little throwback for the listener / viewer.
Definitely.
And so good luck for the future, Lex. Lovely to have you on here
so
on Battle
much.
of the Blends.
Thank you. I hope I didn't do too badly.
You didn't at all. Did not at all.
Bye.
Peace.